Feeling around on the bottom right here, there's a little bit of rock, not much on the base clay, but pulling up a few things. That's just rock there. Here's a couple pieces of pottery. There's a piece of a rim of some sort of a container. Pulled up a few pieces of flakes. But there's not hardly enough here to dig with a shovel. You can see the clay showing up there in spots. I'm just kind of feeling around on the bottom and pulling up pieces. I think that one's a rock. I don't see any type of material it's tempered with. I believe that one's just a rock. Usually if it's pottery, you'll see some shells, flint flakes, something in there that they tempered it with. There's a piece of pottery. Kind of see the reddish color on that one. It matches one of these other ones in here. It's kind of got some red on it. I decided to go ahead and do a little sift in the first screen and picked up some pottery. This screen, it looks like I have a little broken Madison. You can see it right there. Yeah, tiny little Madison. Tip busted off of it. As you can see, I got a new shovel, my other shovel. I've had this one for a while. I bought that other one to take sifting and broke it there last trip, so had to get this one out. It's not a bad little Madison. Tip ding. Other than that, it'd been a pretty one had it been whole. I don't see anything else in here. Looks like a piece of river cobble that they was working on. Yeah, right there's a piece of pottery. You can see the little flakes and the pieces it was tempered with in the back side of it. Okay, that's all for that screen. I'm going to get another one since we're actually finding a few things here. I'll get back with you as soon as I find something else. You gotta be careful some of these places where you walk out here. If you muddy the water up, you can see it's just a straight drop off right here. One step in the wrong spot and you'll be swimming. So they're behind me how it's getting muddied up. Keep you from seeing that drop off. But that's part of hunting on the river. It's all kind of raccoons and beavers, geese, different things have been walking around here on this clay. Nothing to sift here, it's just all clay, so I was just taking a chance to see if there's something laying around on the clay. Not finding much though. So keep on going. See, right there is where it's starting to obscure the drop off. That mud I've stirred up. And it's too cold today to be swimming, so I don't want to do that. Alright, on to another spot. It looks like there's a pretty good layer of fire rock right along the bank here. a rock in there. That sucker's heavy. Get rid of some of this bigger stuff. I don't think a camera's aimed quite on it, but on this chest harness I can't get it too much higher than that right there. Take a peek and see what we got there. There's a big old piece of pottery. That's a big piece. Some type of worked piece. It might be pottery. There's a lot of flakes and stuff in here too. That's kind of neat. I don't see anything good left in there. I'm definitely gonna get some more screens right here. I'm taking a little sifting break, getting a bite to eat, and just kind of wandering around. Look at all the rock just laying in here on this base clay. I reached down to check it out, pulled up that piece of rim shard, piece of pottery. There's all kinds of rock just laying here on the clay. So it looks like I'm going to have to do some sifting right here too. Once I finish eating, we'll get to it and hopefully find something good right here. Didn't find any points yet doing that sifting. A lot of pottery back there, so I decided to walk the bank a little bit. That looks like it could be pottery right there. Yeah, I believe that is a piece of pottery. I just decided to take a break and walk here a little bit. See if I can see any other areas that would be good to sift. Little piece of fire rock. See where the beavers chewing on the trees, eating the bark there and there. They've eaten the bark off of it. That's what they live on, eat bark off of the trees. They don't eat the whole limb, just the bark off of it. This may be nothing, but I thought I'd check it. Looks like it could be a pitted stone. Yeah, I believe it is. Keep my kayak from drifting away. Yep, there's the top side that was showing. There's the bottom side. Yeah, you can see a pit in both sides. That's a nice little pitted stone, or Don't know if that would have been pitted to be a hammerstone or used as beginnings of a nutting stone. I don't know which one it is, but I like it. I like finding these little small pitted stones like that. And we'll just do a little more looking here. Here's my finds for today's trip on the river. First, the best find was this old Madison point. Tip broke off of it. Really nice point. Had it not been broken, got a little nick on the one side there. See if you can see it there. One find you won't see on video that I didn't realize was something, I thought it was a flake, is this scraper. If you look around it, you see the working around the edges on it. You can see the working up on the end of it, but it turns out to be a scraper, and I thought it was just a flake. I thought that was just a cortex of a river cobble they'd been working on, but it turns out it's a scraper, not just a flake. So glad I held on to some of the flakes today. There's a piece of worked hematite and some pottery. A couple of them are rim pieces. You can see the rounded edges on the rim. And here's a piece of hematite. It's not really been worked or anything, just a raw chunk of hematite. So I don't know if they had intended on using that for something and found it there with all the other artifacts. And a couple hammerstones. This is the one you saw in the video. Neat little hammerstone, pitted on both sides. And this is a first one I found. It's more of a single hole hammerstone, and that would be good to hold like that, pack away at something. You can see where it's been used, a little bit of damage on that one end, but that's the first single pitted hammerstone that I found. I know they come in various shapes and sizes, but usually what I'll find is pitted on both sides. So enjoyable day, great weather, fall weather. Good to be out on the river, and came away with a few finds. Thanks for watching, folks. Please subscribe.